get an early start on planting my Hugelkultur banana plants. I got a lot more to plant. It rained real hard last night for a long time, so everything's all wet. We'll see how things go. Okay, I think this morning, since it's cooler out right now because of the rain, I'm going to dig the holes and not take the time to plant them until I get the holes dug, because once that sun comes out, it's probably going to heat up a lot. So let me go ahead and tackle some more. I'm digging down to the sand below the horse manure, and I still got to use the post hole digger, but I'll leave that for last. So let me go ahead and catch these right over here. Okay, you could definitely feel the weight difference of the manure because of the amount of rain we had yesterday, and it's definitely more moist. It's retaining the water and the moisture, which the banana plants love. So it's like a sponge right now, so wet and filled with water, it's a lot heavier. Whew. Okay, still a lot of work, still hot out here. I got the water rag around my neck to make it a little cooler. All my shovelfuls of manure are heavier because it's filled with water. But all in all, I'm doing good digging. So I'm gonna go ahead and move down to the other side and continue with my digging. So this is what it looks like so far. I still gotta dig these holes down a little deeper. I'm at the water table now, which the banana plants are gonna love. When it rains, those logs and chips are going to soak up all that water. So let me go ahead and continue digging down this side. You can see the culvert's got water in them over there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and continue digging over here. Try to get these last 3 dug and see how it goes. Whew, hot, hot, hot. Even though it's cooler out, I'm feeling it. My body heat is way up there. And when I say cooler out, it's not in the upper 90s. It's probably like 89 degrees. It's still hot. Okay, I have this one and that one to dig with the shovel. Then I got to go back and use the post hole digger. With the water level up as high as it is, maybe I'll be able to do it or not. I don't know. It's going to be messy though, that's for sure. Ah. Whew. Whew. Okay, one more to dig. I think that's perfect right there. Make that nice turn. Don't want to lose this in the mud. Okay. Like I said, I'm still gonna have to go ahead and use the post hole digger, and they're filling up with water right now because of all the rain last night, the water table. So I may not be able to do good with the post hole digger. Water will go down fast if it doesn't rain for a few days. But that water table that I'm gonna go show you will get the log saturated with water like a sponge, and the mulch on top. Then we have the horse manure, and the root ball, the corm, is up above, so it's not sitting in that water, but the roots will grow down and out and wrap the wood, and the roots could suck up the water, which is how banana plants like it to be. The roots in the water, but not the corm. That has to be above the water table. Everything's looking good. So with that said, the banana plants are going to go this way and curve around all the way to that side. And this is what it's looking like. You can see I just got out of this hole right here. And it's already filling up with water. Let's go over here. This hole here is filling up with water, but remember, the banana plant's going to be above the water table. And that's only when it rains. When I put that log in, you'll see the log will be on the top side of the water. Okay, I got these planted right here. They're enjoying the water today. And you can see over here, it's filling up. Right there's the water table. Got some in that one, and got some in that one. So this is the shape going around the flagpole over there. This is going to highlight it. They're going to come around like this. Right here. Straighten up a little bit. This one right here is the center of the flagpole in my house. And then it's going to continue this way right here and go down and around right there. So that's going to be a nice highlight to the flagpole. It's sort of going to look like what I got around the Ginu over there, which looks fabulous. And it's all going to be mulched, and it's going to go around nicely. So with that said, I'm going to have to plant these here, but I don't know if I get to it today, because I'm going to go ahead and try to use the post hole digger in the hole with the water. But generally, when you go to lift it, maybe it'll wash out, maybe it won't, maybe I could do it. Well, we're gonna find out here shortly. Definitely messy. Water's splashing up on me and the camera. Okay, so when I slam that in there, the water's bouncing up on me, and it's hitting the camera over here, so I'm not going to be able to keep the camera close, that's for sure. So I'm going to do all this off of the camera, I think. bit more. Whew. A lot harder with the water in there. But I want to put the chip in there, one of them, put the chip in the mulch and see what it looks like with the water. Okay, I'm ready to put the chip in there. It's going to be messy, but this way you get a good idea to see that when it rains, the wood log chip will be in the water sucking up all that moisture, and then the chip's on top, and then the manure on top. And so the water and the log, the chips, and then from here up will be manure. And the corm right here, the root ball, will be above all that with the roots down sucking it up. Whew. Okay, that's in the water. It's actually floating a little bit, so the water will be slightly over that. Okay, now I got to put chips on that, so I got to go get the tractor with a bucket of chips. Okay, so I got a bucket of chips. I'm going to go ahead and put them down. Okay, so I got the wood log down there. I got chips. I got dirt or composted manure. And then I got chips on top. This is what it looks like. Okay, right there you can see chips. So you got the log on the bottom. You got a bunch of chips all the way around. You got some composted manure. And you got chips on the top of that. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill that up with manure and plant a banana plant. Okay, that wood log's down on the bottom. Now I'll go ahead and backfill it a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely harder when it's muddy like that. All right, well, maybe I'm not going to be able to plant it because I can't pack it in. Look at this. It's just too wet. All right. Here's my marker. I can see the outside of the hole when I step on it. So the center of the hole is right here. Okay, so basically it's too wet, too muddy to actually plant because I got to pack it down and it's not going to let me. But I have the log down on the bottom, I have the chips, I have some composted manure, I got some chips, and I put all the manure on top. I'm going to leave all these holes exposed. Hopefully it doesn't rain tonight, and by tomorrow that water level will be down, and then I'll be able to work with this a little bit more. Or within the next couple days, we'll see what happens with the water table. Oh! So anyway, this is real life. This is me doing Hugelkultur banana plants. Mother Nature threw a whole bunch of rain last night. It came down like cats and dogs, and everything is pretty wet, and the culvert's got water in it. The water table is above the bottom of the hole. So with that said, I'm gonna go get some other work done and wait until I could complete this. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll get back with you shortly on the remainder of the planting over here. Okay, it seems like the deer were in here again last night. See how they pushed this all the way over? You can see their hoof marks right here. So they get right up against it, they push this over just so they could get in here and chomp on some leaves. So I'm gonna pull this out, and I'm gonna go ahead and stake the bottom so they can't push it. And I'm gonna put a little bit of bird netting over that one. And I noticed the one over here, the same thing's happening. So I'm gonna go ahead and straighten that out, put some PVC stakes on the bottom, and put some bird netting, some deer netting, bird netting over the top of it, because they're chomping away at my leaves over here. A little bit too much. And since they're in here doing it every night now, look how they stripped this one. Look at all these leaves over here. You can see the deer tracks all the way around. They get in all these leaves. I'm gonna move this back out, and look at that. They're getting all those leaves. So this is gonna just keep happening if I don't do anything. So I'm gonna stake the bottom and put some bird netting, deer netting on the top of it. There's all deer tracks down below over here. I'll show you some deer tracks over here. They're harder to see. I just parked my truck over it. They're harder to see when they're in the grass, but here you go. Deer tracks all in here. Look at them all. So they consider that a food source. So if you do nothing, they'll be in here every night till all the leaves are gone. So I got to do something right now. So let me get at it. Okay, so I got a mallet and I got some stakes. So let me go ahead and pound some of these in. Okay. So what this is going to do is going to keep them from moving this whole thing over. I'm going to put some bird netting over the top now. Go ahead and bend all this back out. They can still, at least the whole thing won't get pushed over. I don't even think I need the bird netting because that should hold it out good enough. Okay, that looks good enough. I'll go ahead and get the other one. We'll see how that works out. Maybe I don't need the bird netting, but let's go over there and get that one. Okay, they did a good job on even this one, so let's go ahead and stake it out. For the most part, this whole thing, okay, so for the most part, if they go to push it in, they can push in a little bit, but it's going to come back out like that. So I think I'm good to go. If by chance they eat more, then I'll put the bird net in over the whole thing. But I think this should take care of the problem. We'll find out. Okay, same thing on this. Look how far they pushed it over. And I got the deer tracks around the bottom. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull this back and make it so they can't move it. But you can see all the deer tracks over here, and you can see where they turned up the mulch over here, so you can see the leaves they ate. So let me go ahead and try to make that deer proof right now. Okay, that holds it in the center. I think that should be good to go. Let me go look at some of my other ones. Okay, all my other trees and shrubs are doing good. My Mexican sunflowers, I trimmed them back not too long ago. They're all coming in good. The deer haven't been in there eating. Okay, just the other day, if you remember, I went ahead and cut these Mexican sunflowers about a foot off the ground. There was no growth. Look how good those leaves are coming back right now. And I got all this around right here so the deer don't get in there to eat them. So anyways, right now it's starting to rain. You can see the rain over here in the pond. So I got to hightail it and put my tractor away and my tools away before everything gets all wet. So with that said, let me get cracking.